Did you know Johnny Depp almost got fired from Pirates of the Caribbean before the first movie even hit theaters? Yep. Disney actually thought he was acting too weird, but that same weirdness ended up turning Captain Jack Sparrow into one of the most loved movie characters of all time. And honestly, that says a lot about Johnny Depp himself. Hey there, thanks for stopping by. If you've ever felt like the odd one out, or ever rooted for someone who didn't fit the mold, then this video is for you. Today, we're not just celebrating another celebrity birthday. We're taking a moment to honor a man who stayed true to himself no matter how loud the world got, a man who's played everything from a scissor-handed loner to a drunk pirate to a candy maker in a purple coat, and made it all work. We're talking about Johnny Depp. He's not just an actor, he's a storyteller, a fighter, a mystery, and yeah, a legend. So let's take a little trip through Johnny's wild, brilliant, and sometimes heartbreaking journey. You might think you know his story, but stick around. You just might see him in a whole new light. Johnny Depp didn't grow up anywhere near the red carpets or flashing cameras. He was born in Owensboro, Kentucky, and his early life was far from glamorous. His family moved more than 20 times before he even turned 15. That kind of constant change can really mess with a kid. Things at home weren't easy either. He dropped out of high school at 16, and instead of chasing grades, he chased music. He joined a rock band and hit the road, hoping to make it big. Back then, Hollywood wasn't even on his radar. He just wanted to play guitar. But life had other plans. When Johnny followed his band to Los Angeles, he ended up meeting actor Nicolas Cage, and that one meeting changed everything. Cage saw something in him and encouraged him to try acting, and just like that, Depp landed his first role in a horror film, A Nightmare on Elm Street. Not bad for a first gig, right? From there, things started moving fast. He got cast in 21 Jump Street, a teen cop drama that made him a heartthrob almost overnight. But here's the twist. Johnny didn't like the fame that came with it. He didn't want to be a poster boy. He wanted roles with depth, meaning, and soul. That's why, instead of chasing blockbuster hits, he started choosing roles that were different, risky. He teamed up with Tim Burton and started playing characters no one else would dare touch, like Edward Scissorhands, a character who couldn't speak much but somehow said everything with his eyes. And it worked. Audiences loved him not for being perfect, but for being real, flawed, strange, human. That became kind of his thing. In the years that followed, Johnny played all kinds of oddballs and misfits, from Ed Wood, the world's worst film director, to Hunter S. Thompson in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. These weren't safe roles, but they made people feel something, and that's what Johnny cared about most. But of course, his biggest and most unforgettable role came in 2003. When he put on a pirate hat, stumbled onto a dock, and slurred his way into movie history. Captain Jack Sparrow. Here's something you might not know. Jack wasn't originally written the way we see him today. Johnny made him up. Seriously. He based the character on Keith Richards from the Rolling Stones, added a little swagger, a lot of eyeliner, and a whole lot of chaos. Disney didn't know what to do with it at first. They were nervous, confused. They even considered firing him. Again. But then the movie hit theaters, and fans went wild. Captain Jack wasn't just funny. He was fresh. He broke all the rules. And just like that, Johnny Depp became one of the highest-paid actors in the world. He brought pirates back to the big screen and made them cool again. But behind all that success, things were getting complicated. Johnny never liked fame. He preferred quiet nights, playing music with friends, or painting in his spare time. But fame doesn't leave you alone. And in the years that followed, his life became a media circus. You probably remember the headlines, the lawsuits, the accusations, the non-stop gossip. It felt like the world was watching him fall apart in real time. But here's the thing. Johnny never played the victim. He didn't go on long rants. He didn't scream for sympathy. He just stayed quiet and kept going. Through all the noise, his fans stood by him. People showed up by the thousands outside courtrooms, at festivals, online, just to say, "We believe you." And honestly, That kind of support? It says a lot. It shows that when someone stays true to who they are, no matter how messy life gets, people notice. And now, Johnny's back. He's directing again. He's making music. He's not trying to prove anything. He's just living, and that's what makes him a legend. It's not just the roles he played, it's the way he carried himself through it all. A lot of actors fade away when things get hard. Johnny leaned into the storm. He didn't try to be perfect. He just tried to be real. That's rare, and it's worth celebrating. Even Tim Burton, who's worked with Johnny for decades, once said, "Johnny doesn't just act, he transforms. He disappears into characters like nobody else." And it's true. When you watch him on screen, you forget it's Johnny Depp. You believe in the character. You feel something. That's a gift. Oh, and by the way, he's not just an actor. He's also a seriously talented guitarist. He's played with some of the biggest names in rock music, like Alice Cooper and Aerosmith. Music has always been his first love. In fact, he once said, "Acting just kind of happened." Another cool fact, on most sets, Johnny brings his own ideas, his own costumes, his own props. He makes the character come alive from the inside out. That's why no two Johnny Depp characters ever feel the same. Even when the movie isn't great, he always brings something unique. So what can we learn from Johnny's story if you're an artist, a creator, or just someone trying to figure out where you belong in this crazy world? Maybe this is your sign. You don't have to fit in. You don't have to follow what everyone else is doing. You don't need to look like them, sound like them, or think like them. In fact, being different might be your greatest strength. Standing out might be exactly what makes you unforgettable. Look at Johnny Depp. He didn't follow the Hollywood playbook. He didn't take the safe route. He didn't care about being the biggest star or the most bankable actor. He cared about creating something real, something honest, something that moved people. And yeah, there were struggles, a lot of them. He faced rejection, criticism, huge public scandals, even moments when it looked like the world had turned its back on him. But through it all, he never stopped being himself. He didn't quit. He didn't water himself down just to make others comfortable. He kept showing up, messy, complicated, bold. He leaned into the weirdness. And over time, that weirdness became magic. And that magic built a legacy. Not just a legacy of great movies, but of courage, of creativity, of not giving up even when things felt impossible. That's powerful, because it shows the rest of us that we can do it too. You might not be a movie star. You might not wear eyeliner or play pirates, but if you've got something in you, a dream, a spark, a vision that doesn't quite fit in, that's okay. Actually, that's more than okay. That might be the thing the world's been waiting for. So don't hide it. Don't shrink. Don't let fear or judgment talk you out of your gift. Instead, do what Johnny did. Chase passion. Take risks. Make art that matters to you, even if people don't get it right away, even if they doubt you, even if it's scary. Because in the end, you won't just be following someone else's path. You'll be creating your own. And that's where the real magic happens. Now let's flip it around. Let's hear from you. What's your favorite Johnny Depp role? Is it the quiet sadness and gentle spirit of Edward Scissorhands, that soft, lonely soul who spoke more with his eyes than words? Or maybe it's the wild, hilarious chaos of Jack Sparrow, the drunk, unpredictable pirate who somehow always found a way out of trouble. Maybe you loved him in Finding Neverland, where he showed a more vulnerable side, or Donnie Brasco, where he played a man torn between two worlds, or maybe you're one of those fans who treasures the roles most people forgot, like The Libertine, Dead Man, or Public Enemies. There's no wrong answer. Every performance added another layer to his story. Every role showed us a different side of what it means to be human. So go ahead, drop your pick in the comments. We'd genuinely love to know what connected with you, and hey, if this video made you smile, or made you think, or even just made you stop scrolling for a few minutes to reflect, then we'd be grateful if you gave it a like. Maybe share it with a fellow Depp fan. You never know who needs to hear this today. And if you're into stories like this, raw, inspiring, a little emotional, a little nostalgic, then you're in the right place. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We've got more coming, more untold stories, more deep dives into the people who shaped pop culture in ways we didn't always realize. In fact, if you love behind-the-scenes Hollywood stories, we've got a new one dropping soon. It's called 10 Movie Roles That Almost Didn't Happen. You'll be shocked to find out who almost played Iron Man. Let's just say, it would have changed everything. So, stick around. We're building a community here. People who love film, who love storytelling, who love feeling connected to something bigger than just the next viral trend. Before we go, let's bring it back to the reason we're here today. Happy birthday, Johnny Depp. You've given us more than just characters on a screen. You've given us memories, moments we carry with us, lines we still quote, scenes that made us laugh when we needed joy and cry when we needed to feel understood. From the soft heartbreak of Edward Scissorhands to the wild chaos of Jack Sparrow, from the quiet charm of Gilbert Grape to the dark mystery of Sweeney Todd, you showed us the power of transformation. You didn't just play roles. You disappeared into them. You let us escape with you. You made the strange feel familiar, and the outsider feel seen. You took risks when it wasn't safe to do so. You chose art over approval, depth over fame. And in a world that often rewards sameness, you stayed defiantly, wonderfully weird. You gave voice to the forgotten. You stood up for the misfits, the dreamers, the misunderstood, and whether it was with scissors for hands, a bottle of rum at your side, or a soft-spoken storyteller's gaze, you reminded us that being different isn't a flaw, it's a gift. Here's to the man who turned vulnerability into strength, to the myth who made darkness beautiful, to the legend who never gave up, even when the world doubted him. Thank you for your courage. Thank you for your creativity. Thank you for being real, messy, complex, and endlessly inspiring. We raise our glass to you today, Johnny, wherever you are. May you keep creating, keep dreaming, and keep shining in your own way, because the world is brighter, stranger, and far more magical with you in it. Happy birthday, Johnny Depp. You're not just a man, you're the myth, the legend, and we're grateful to be part of your story.